Hi everybody, let me know if you can hear me. Sorry for the rough start. Here we go. So today is going to be different because, hold on, let me just first lower this volume a little bit. Oh, I think my tablet's being weird. Let's check my tablet connection. No, it says my tablet's connected. Maybe it's because okay, that's about as good as it's gonna go for now. Okay, so today I'm not going to be doing a drawing. I'm just going to be building this thing in SketchUp. Not from the ground up because I originally, when I first thought of doing, hold on, shit. When I first thought of doing this live stream, I was like, okay, what, like, I had only gotten this part, this fireplace done, and like nothing else. So, oh, I just realized I forgot to post the link to streaming anywhere. So I'm gonna go restart this page just because YouTube sucks, man. You can like hear my computer like just chugging along. Actually, I think if I just go to my channel, that's actually faster and easier to share the link than staying in this page, which is really annoying. Go ahead. Like, look how long it takes this stupid page to load. Oh, I've frozen it. Bad video settings. What? Come on. No, just go to YouTube. Come on, YouTube. You're so slow. Okay. Wow. I thought I was super prepared for this live stream until I checked and it like turned out that I'd set the event announcement for like yesterday at 5 in the morning when I had meant to do it today at 5:30 at night. So there was that, and that kind of freaked me out. And then like trying to load everything, and of course SketchUp takes 8 days to load. And then YouTube decided to be a pain in my butt and not recognize that I was streaming. So I'm having fun times today. My channel. You get to see what my recommended page is because it's taking so long to get to my channel. Yeah. Cool. It's been going 3 minutes and I haven't gotten a single thing done. Gonna just share this link real quick. I don't even care that half of this is in capitals. Everything is being so slow, and it's because of the SketchUp. Okay, now that I've done my due diligence in promoting myself, I'm gonna start working on this room. So, SketchUp, this is really cool and pretty easy to use, I've found, at least for me. It's free, it's online, I didn't have to download anything, I just had to sign up for an account with my email. That's all it took, and I don't even like get weird emails or anything from them. So I'm totally into using SketchUp, and it's something I hear a lot in school. Like, all of my professors are like, get SketchUp, you need it, it's like the best thing. You need to learn how to do it if you want a job. And now that I've started using it, I'm like, oh yeah, this really comes in helpful. I'm not sure if it's like the thing that will get me a job, but it's definitely something that is a great tool for me to use as just like an artist. So I think I'm gonna go, obviously the room isn't starting from scratch because I got too impatient and I like worked on it over the weekend. And it's not going to be too complex, this live stream / tutorial, because the most complex part about it was building this round fireplace, and I honestly don't even remember how I did it. So, because like I started this room like a month ago, and I started on the fireplace first because it was the hardest part to work out, and I cannot remember how I did it, like, at all. Anyway, so I'm gonna start. What I did was I made I always start with the floor of the room, like the dimensions. And this room, I need to zoom out a bit. It's roughly a square. I didn't like put in any specific, like, so it's not exactly a square, I'm pretty sure, but it's like close enough that it's like it works. If I were doing this for like a professional project aside from like my own comic, then I would probably be a lot more careful about how I built the room and like to make sure everything matches up perfectly. But I already know that it roughly matches up with what my planned layout for the house is. So before any of this, before I did anything in SketchUp, in my sketchbook, I sketched out each each floor of the house. And I said, okay, this is what the first floor is going to look like. This is what the second floor. I sketched it out completely traditionally. No, not traditionally. It was in my digital sketchbook. Anyway, I sketched it out roughly, and I used this website called floorplanner.com. It's also free, but it's limited if you use the free version. Anyway, I used that to pick out like roughly what kind of furniture I wanted, and to give myself a better idea of like what the furniture would look like, because in my sketch I was just like, okay, the kitchen area will be over here, there'll be a fireplace over here, the stairs will go here, and that's where the doors are. That's basically all my sketch had. And then using Floor Planner was a bit more fun because I was like, okay, so I know this is roughly where everything will go, and Floor Planner has like all of these examples of furniture that you can put in a room. It was like, okay, so I want this house to be a lake house. It's going to be a little older, like a 40-year-old house. So the stuff inside is going to be a little bit older and a little bit blockier and a little bit shorter, that kind of thing. And so now getting to the SketchUp phase, I started with the floor, just pulling it out really fast. This is the tool that I use the most near the beginning. It's honestly, I'm not sure what it's called. It's just the rectangle tool, this one. And I just start drawing, and it's really cool how in SketchUp when you start drawing with a tool, it'll automatically like snap to the perspective rulers. Like this is the y-axis, and then the x-axis and the z-axis. Well, I got that mixed up, but like it's blue, green, red. Those axes, yes, that's the plural. It'll automatically snap so that you know, like, if I want this rectangle to be a wall, I can make sure it snaps to, I want it to snap to the green. So it's all about like how you draw it and where you draw it. It really wants to be a blue, but like if I start here, it'll have a easier time, I think, if I weren't staring it head on. So I'm not entirely sure how I should go about like explaining it, and I feel like I should just continue to build the room and explain the tools I'm using while I'm going, because that'll be more efficient for me, and I feel like the tools are kind of self-explanatory. But like if you guys have any questions, just go for it. Okay, time to get going. I'm gonna first start by raising up these squares and rectangles on the ground that I've drawn in. Like this is where the stairs are gonna be, this is where a chair I think will be, and then a bookshelf, or just like two little pieces of furniture, and this is like the desk. And I have left, I think his name's Bob, I don't know, he shows up when you first make, like when you start a new project, he's just there, and I leave him in because I use him as reference for my main character, who's roughly like 5.5 feet tall, and I just say, okay, I have decided that this dude is 5.5 feet tall, so that I can use him as a rough scale to make sure that like all my furniture fits. So like I made sure the fridge is a little bit taller than him, and the counters are a little bit around waist level, that the doors the right height, that the little sitting area actually has to be lower now that I think about it. So I can just select him, drag him over near the thing, and then I can spin around and drag him around and see like it's a little bit higher than it should be. So I use this tool to make it nice and short because it's supposed to be like a bench. So I want it to be about bench height actually, and I had it way too tall before. So now I can go around and start raising things, and I'm gonna go ahead and raise these steps. These are the walls, and how nice of it to already have those lines on there when I raise it up. I'll raise these a little bit higher. Yeah, it's so useful, and it's super easy to learn, I feel like. Like, I learned how to use it. I mean, for the basic stuff, it took me like 3 or 4 hours of just fiddling around trying to make a house with it. Like, without using any real tutorials or anything, just me trying to figure out things on my own. Okay, as much as I like how those lines look, I'm not sure it'll help me. Because I feel like these lines might be a bit too thick. Let's see. No, the walls will actually be pretty thick because it's an old house, so that's fine. And that's about how high I want the lines to be for the walls. Because I'm not actually drawing or creating the walls themselves. I'll just be marking out where the windows are roughly and where the corners are, because if I put the walls in as a physical object, I won't be able to see through them, and it'll make it hard to get like a good screenshot of the angle I want. So I'm gonna do this and raise up this wall to be, I don't know, just super tall. It doesn't really have to be perfect. And I'm also widening this wall a little bit so that it fits with the other ones. Like it's a decently thick wall because there's like wires and stuff going through it. So it's gotta be pretty thick. And now I can start raising the stairs. I'm gonna just go ahead and raise it up some arbitrary level. I might have to lower all of them now that I look at it, but oh yeah, I definitely have to lower all of them. That's funny. Because so what'll happen is like the stairs go up to probably about here, and then there'll be a landing, and up here will be another set. So I have to do this thing with the staircase. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Okay, well, this is why making a 3D model is a good thing, because it forces me to think about how stairs work. So actually these stairs are going to be kind of high, because you know how in like old houses the stairs are always like just barely too high? So these are going to be very steep stairs. And it's supposed to be like an old New York lake house too, built in like the late 70s. So there's going to be some like weird things about it. Look at that. Sometimes it gets a little stuck to your mouse and it wants to just keep moving and you have to tap it again, like an old dress-up game from the early 2000s. Okay, I think that looks about right. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna be just taking a screenshot and drawing over that, and that'll make the lines imperfect anyway. But just, you know, roughly how it's supposed to look. And then, so that's where this landing is. So I should, I don't know, go back here to this edge. I'm gonna draw out a line, just it wants to connect to everything. That's the one thing about SketchUp that's kind of a blessing and a curse, is that the lines want to connect to everything. They want to snap. And sometimes it's really helpful, and sometimes it's totally not what I want. So that's roughly, I can fix this in a little bit. I'm going to draw out now to be just a square coming off. And see, now that I've filled in this shape, it just made it, went ahead. Oh, and it's fun to look at it from the other side because you can see like the reverse image of the stuff I've raised up. So now that I've made this landing, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line here so that I can delete and erase this corner. And now I draw that line. Yeah, closes it all up. So now it's an actual landing. Nice. And I think, if I do one of those like curved steps, it might make the landing go up a little bit higher. And that might be useful to have. Although, that doesn't really get in the way though, does it? Yeah, that's tall enough for like anything to go underneath it. So I'm not going to worry about making the landing. It's not going to show up in any real shots in the comic either. So I'm not going to worry about it. And instead, I'm going to make, I'm going to draw this line going, I'm just going to make it snap there just so it's nice and easy. I'm going to switch around to this view because I don't want the lines to snap really. I'm gonna just, no, it wants to go through that plane. Okay, undo. There, that's what I want. Come on. Okay, yes, that is what I wanted. So I switch over here and make a shape that snaps to that. And it's all the right angles, I think. Yeah, it's close enough. It's not going to be that much of an issue. But now I can raise it with this tool and make it a little bit thicker. And I'm not exactly sure why some things are white and why some things are blue. I'm not entirely sure. Come on, it won't. Okay. How about this? No, it won't. This does not want to be anything, I guess. Well, that's fine. It doesn't actually have to show its thickness at all, so that's fine. But I'm gonna have to make this a bit thicker, I think. Yeah, that's fine. That'll work. And then I can erase these lines because I don't want them really getting in the way. Now I'll raise, I don't know, this can be like just a nice little desk or something. Ah, see, it stuck to my, I think it's in relation to like, I don't even know. I honestly can't even like think of a good explanation or a way to word it that makes any sense. So I don't know. But yeah. So I've raised up where this little, I don't know, chest of drawers will go. And there will be some little decoration on here. And then this will be like a bookshelf. So later I'll go in and I'll draw roughly where the shelves will be, just so I have that as reference. I probably won't make any of the actual objects on the shelf because I can just kind of sketch that in on my own later when I'm drawing over it. And you'll probably notice that the couch is just blocks. It's totally just blocks. It has nothing of importance. It has no curves because that's all things that I can just sketch in on my own. I can just, when I'm tracing over it, I can just add a quick sketch layer and be like, okay, so it'll have a curve that kind of looks like this, and I'll just round out all the shapes on my own. Although I should leave in a quick mark of where the edge is, because I want it to, like, just a quick mark of where the legs go, you know, because the couch doesn't really like sit flat on the floor. It has the little legs on it. You know what, I'll leave the legs out of it and I'll just leave the line where the legs go. And this is the fun part, really, is like trying to maneuver around all of these 3D objects that I've made while getting in a certain angle. That's real fun. Because see, this is the angle I want to get, but I'm inside of the staircase. So I gotta zoom in a little bit so I can get out of, now I'm in the bookshelf. If I keep zooming, okay, now I'm back in the staircase. Time to zoom out. Nope, in. Just a little bit and I'm out of the staircase. There. Yeah, I have gotten lost in things like this before. Come on, I want to get in the stairs, or out of the stairs. And out of the staircase. Okay. And there we go. It's really tough maneuvering. Okay. This is what I want. And it's nice because it snaps to exactly the place on the other side of the couch that I want. Yeah, it can be a little finicky. I should have thought of this before I raised up the stairs, because it can be helpful to just work on one object for the most part on its own, so that you don't have the potential just like phasing through other objects. But then there's an issue of like, if you render one object to like as far as it can go on its own, if you mess up before you put anything else in, and then once you put something else in and you realize, oh, that first thing I made is all wonky and I need to fix it, then it can be harder to fix, because now this will treat these two as different objects. So now I can push back the bottom of the couch without pushing forward or pushing back this top part. So now it thinks of it as two separate objects. So it can be finicky a little bit, but I don't know, I feel like it's kind of fun. It was really weird, like, going through an object the first time. I was like, whoa, what's going on? But as long as you just remember to every once in a while, oh, it went right back out. That's cool. That's not what I wanted. Oh, because it's stuck to my stupid mouse again. There. Now it's fine. And I'm going to go ahead and save this, because I've made a good amount of progress and I don't want it to be all gone. Saved. Okay. Yeah, most of SketchUp is just raising up, at least so far as I've used it so far. It's just raising up shapes that you quickly put down with either the rectangle tool or the drawing tool, which mostly just does straight lines. I haven't messed around with like any of the curved stuff except for where I used it on the fireplace, because I'm like, you know what, I just need to put down rough boxes, and as long as I know where the boxes are and how they line up in perspective, then I can then use my like drawing in perspective knowledge to draw in. Like if I wanted to make this table round, that would actually be pretty easy to do in SketchUp. I could just do it as a circle tool. But like if I wanted to make it have cool decorative edges, like if I wanted to make it an octagon with really small corners up here, then I could just like draw that in myself, and I wouldn't necessarily have to do it in SketchUp. So I feel like for most of these purposes, I'm not going any more in detail than I have to. I'm putting in just enough detail so that when I am tracing over it, I know, oh, okay, so I have to draw this, you know. And I need to find Bob and move him back out into the open so that I can now see how the rest of this should be. Okay, so that table's a little high, I think. And a little big, too. That table's really big. Holy moly. See, this is why it's good to leave Bob in, so that you can just be like, oh, geez, this chair is huge. His butt is not that big. put the table top down. And I'm gonna move Bob so it's like he's sitting or standing right next to it. So, no, not sinking into the floor. Okay, so now I can turn and see. I want him to have enough space that he could eat a meal decently, but not so much space that like the table is just way too big. Because this is a open floor plan, one room, first floor. It does not need a table that big in it. Like, this is a lake house from the 70s built by a couple who really didn't have that much money, so. Yeah, honestly, I feel like if I could clip through the floor and stuff in real life, that would be pretty fun. Although it might also be terrifying, I have no idea. And now I feel like this chair is a little big, so I'm gonna go in. And if you're working on a 2D space, you gotta use a separate tool. But it also makes it like, now I can flip it to be completely, and the floor disappeared. So I gotta be careful with it. But that's more actual chair size. Although that might also be easier to do once I raise it up. So I'm gonna just go ahead and raise these chairs some arbitrary height. Just so I can go back in and fix them once I see how wrong I am. Okay. Actually, that chair's a good height. Good size. So now I can fix this giant one over here. I'm not gonna make it perfect because it's not gonna be any help making it perfect now when I go in. I just want it to be roughly the same size, and it can help by like trying to level it, make sure that all the lines are going to the same place and that they look right in proportion to one another in the perspective. I'm gonna go ahead and have this chair scooted back. The only time we're really gonna see it is when her father is in the chair. So having it a little bit scooted back is good. Okay, I think this works. And now I'm only gonna put a back on this one just because I don't want to go through all the effort. So I'm gonna put, because it's actually kind of difficult making a chair back that doesn't look super stupid. Because when you look at actual chairs, none of them go straight up at a right angle like that, because that's not how our bodies work. The chair back would actually be like tilted back some. So I'm gonna do that here actually. I'm gonna drop back in this line. And this is where I use that I think on face tool is what it's called. So I'm gonna zoom in so it knows what I'm selecting. That's another thing, when like it won't select automatically what you want it to. Like I have to move this, because that's more like what an actual chair would be. But first I'm gonna undo, because I want to make this chair back thinner. It's like super thick right now. Make it thinner, and I'm gonna angle it to be a more natural angle. And that's about as far as I'm gonna go for this, just to give myself a good reference of, okay, that's about the angle I want the other chairs to be. And now that as long as I have the first chair in reference in the shot, I can just take a quick line or two and say, okay, so this is roughly gonna be that size. And they don't have to be perfect. I could make them to be like completely different chairs, like they're mismatched chairs. And then it doesn't matter if they're exactly the same size. As long as I know roughly that the seat bottom is at the right size, that's all I really need. And it's the same with the table. I'm just gonna make a quick mark of where the thickness of the tabletop is. And then I'm gonna do like I did with the couch and scoot back the bottom part of it so that I have a quick, though I might actually have to draw in the legs itself. And now I'm inside the stairs again. Where am I? I think I'm in the, yeah, I'm in that weird space. I'm gonna go up and around. There we go. I am outside this, whoa, where am I? I'm in the stairs again. I'm gonna zoom out way back. That'll help. I think. There we are. I am in the staircase. And I cannot, okay. There we go. There we go. Right here is where I want to be. I was like right there, like sitting on the staircase. Doing this kind of makes me feel like I'm a ghost. Or like, oh, it doesn't want to snap to where it needs to be. I'm going to zoom back again. And now I'm going to brisk going into the counter. But this will be easier. There we go. Now it'll want to snap to the right place. Come on. Snap. That can't be it. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's why I didn't want to snap, because I was in the wrong place. There we go. So that's the tabletop thickness. And I'm going to go ahead and just scoot back the tabletop to be sort of roughly the right thickness. Wow, not that far. I'm going to go through Bob, I guess. Yep, there's his junk. And yeah, I find it really therapeutic to just be building something and to be able to physically see it come together. I think that's really cool. I'm going to zoom back again because I think I have to work on the chairs over here. Yeah, I just need those two chairs, and this is going to be a little side table in between them. And then the table. And I should place the windows where they go. And then I'll draw the little detail lines that'll give me some idea of where certain details need to go. Like I'll draw the line for the fridge doors, and I'll draw the lines for the cabinets. Oh, and I also need to do the upper cabinets and like where the oven will be. It'll be like roughly there. And the sink will be like over here in the corner, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think doing SketchUp is pretty fun. And I just need to, this angle I think will be fine. But I'll start with the front door. Oh, but first I should save. I just put a lot of work into those chairs. Yeah, it's so fun to do stuff like this. When I was like younger, I used to always do like those design your room games, and this makes me want to do some of those too. And I'm gonna scoot this door back because you know there's like a thickness to the wall and the wall in the door jamb is like thicker than the door is. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this like that because that's more realistic and I don't care. So the chair will be higher than, no, it'll be lower than the kitchen chair because it's got more of a cushion to it. So I don't know, I'll just put it roughly at the same size. And I want these to be matching chairs, so having them as close as possible to the same size. There. And then this will be the table between them. It'll be like a one of those like spindly, one leg in the center, tiny little tables. And I'll make the actual tabletop part of it after I make the chairs. And I gotta spin completely around and zoom in a lot more. Not like that. That is what I was trying to avoid. Come on. There we go. And zoom in again. Angle up. A lot of doing stuff in SketchUp is just getting to be the right angle so that you can properly work on whatever you're working on. And I want that angle to be this. I'll zoom back out a little bit so I can see the full thing. So this will be the line for the cushion. I need to move Bob over again so that I can make sure this is the right size. Let's move you over just to like stand right next to the chair. That'll be helpful. Right there. So I can see how big everything's supposed to be. Like, yeah, something that size will be perfect for his skinny butt. This will be, I don't know, they're roughly the same size, right? Yeah, close enough. Now I'll draw in the back of the chair and the sides. Yeah, if I had a tablet monitor or something, that might be more helpful. I'm not sure SketchUp would really work on a tablet computer though, because it takes a lot of power to the system, and not what I meant to do. I meant to save while I stretch and take a sip of my root beer. And there's like a way you can like import colors and textures to stuff. So if I wanted to spend the time colorizing this, I could do it pretty easily, I think. I just haven't really tried it because, I don't know, I prefer just doing the colors in like my sketch beforehand. So now I'm gonna raise the chair back, even though it looks like this doesn't want to get raised anymore, but I think that's because it's starting to go off the page. There we go. Now it'll raise more. And I don't want it to be too high, but I don't want it to be too short either, so that's the perfect height. And then the sides will go up, let's say to like here. Now I gotta double check. Yeah, they're not the same height. I'll draw this line over, and now they'll match up because I can use this. There, now they match. And I can erase the unnecessary lines there. And if I want, I'm gonna draw this line here, and I'm gonna bring up the corner of the arms with this baby to angle them for real chair. So now it kind of like will have that curve, and that line will remind me to like draw in. It's hard to see behind what's his face. So now when I draw the chair, it'll have more of the curve to it. I think that's more work than I necessarily need to continue putting in for this chair. Okay, and I'll leave this line there so that I can use that as a reference for when I draw the rest of it. And I'll do the one last line around the bottom for the legs, which is like the hardest line to draw. I'm gonna draw it in between his legs. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If it works, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We have
Okay.
the same toothbrush,
Oh,
so-
okay. Yeah, go for it. Yep. I just think of it as like trying to work around someone while they just are forced to stand there and watch you. It's like when I use my little sisters for drawing reference, and I'm like, okay, now do this pose and let me take a photo of you so that I can use this later. And they're like, you better delete that. And I'm like, of course I will. But I never do. I don't know why this doesn't want to go back. That's weird. This side is having a problem. Maybe it's because of the angle I'm at. Maybe it's like, no, I don't want this. There we go. Come on. I don't know why it won't. But I'm not going to fight it too much. It's like I have a whole other chair to make right now. And I got other stuff to do. And as long as I know, like, that line is there to remind me to drop in back, it doesn't matter exactly how far that is. So it's annoying that it won't go back, but I'm not going to waste any time on it. Well, any more time on it. And now time to zoom in and do the other chair. And there's like shortcuts for getting all of these tools. Like, I know that if you're selecting, what's it called? Orbit tool, and you hit shift, it'll change to the hand. So that's nice for when you're trying to be fast. And I'm pretty sure the shift tool helps you change between other versions of the other tools. Like the space is the connect one, which I always forget because in all of my drawing programs, the space is the drag tool. So I will sometimes just like instinctively click space, and that's not what I meant to do. So come on, draw the chair back. Cool. Now the sides real quick. Oh, that went through the floor because I didn't even go all the way. There we go. Now it goes all the way. There. Okay, and then this line for the cushion, and this line, come on, snap. Okay. And I should zoom out of it. There. Roughly the same size. I don't think these are at the same height, so I gotta zoom in again. Yeah, these are close, but not quite, and they're not even close to the same thickness, so. Drag these babies up, and then I get to work on, whoa, see, that's the fun part, is sometimes it will take a corner and really mess with you sometimes. I don't know why it wants that line there. Okay, that's a bit confusing. It didn't do that with any of the others. But I think I'm gonna erase it. Nope. I don't know what that's about. So I'll just leave that there. And now I can work on this side table. I'm gonna make the center spindle way thinner and shorter, because I want the table to be a bit shorter than the, nope, not that one. I want it to be shorter than the chairs by a little bit. A little bit shorter. Perfect. So now I get the fun part of figuring out how the heck do I do. I think the circle tool is here. So I just put the thing here. Perfect. Perfect. And now I can raise it up. Oh, with a little bit in the middle. Undo that. And go. Nope, that's not what I wanted, because that erased the middle part. Okay. So I'll just raise this part first to the thickness of the table. There we go. And now I'm not sure why it turned white, but that's fine, I guess. And no, that's not what I wanted. I want it to be a blue circle. I don't want it that way. I think I'm just gonna do a rectangle, because that's less of a problem. I'll just draw it there. And I'll just make that the feet, and I'll raise it up. No biggie. And honestly, I'm not sure this kind of detail will be anything important. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, it kind of looks like that, doesn't it? Yes, it is. You're so smart. Look at that. So I'm gonna just go in here and erase that line. And then, wait a second, I'm just gonna draw in this line again. And I can just delete all of this and try again. Yeah, it's that little tiny line that was like all weird. That's weird. Perfect. Actually, wait, no, I might as well draw it to that corner I want it to snap to. Thank you for catching that. You're a genius. Look at that. It's all fixed now. Okay. So that's the table and these chairs done. I'm not going to worry about zooming that back. Because that's just... No. That's annoying. I'm going to zoom out. And check real quick that these chairs look roughly the same size. Yeah, they look good. I think these chairs are like the best looking furniture on this whole thing. Compared to my box chairs. The box chairs are like, why the heck did you spend so much time on the armchairs and nothing? Well, thank you for figuring it out, because that'll help me in the future. If one of those appears, I'm like, oh, there's just another like little tiny line there that it's trying to snap to. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put in the lines for the bookshelf. Oh, it selected the floor again. Because I used the space again. I'm gonna put in some lines for the bookshelf. Maybe some drawers or something on here. Just real quick so that when I trace it later I know. Yeah, I'll do the fridge, the upper part of the cabinets, the kitchenette. The kitchenette's gonna be fun. And then placing windows, and I'll be more or less done. Let's save this real quick. Now, when I first started doing this room, I got a little bit daunted because I didn't have as solid of a plan as I did for the bedroom that I made in SketchUp. Because I've been like drawing that bedroom way more, and I knew like exactly like this is where this desk will go, this is where this bed will go. So it only took me like less than 2 hours to build the entire thing in SketchUp. Whereas this room, I'm like, I know roughly that it's a square, and I know, no, I don't want to, close, 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 okay. I knew that this room was roughly a square, and I knew where the doors and the windows went, because when I built the entire outside of the house in SketchUp, that's where I placed the doors and the windows. But I wasn't sure what exactly would go where on the inside, so a lot of it was like, okay, before I can actually build this, I have to like plan out somewhere else beforehand. I'm gonna draw in the cabinet lines. There's gonna be a lot of rotating during this kitchen part because it's like too big for me to do all in one go, but it's too small of a detail line for me to do on its own, and I don't know why that line is thicker than the others. Cool. And instead of pushing these cabinets back, I'm going to pull the counters out a little bit more, I think. Because... I clipped through the stairs again. Because I think if I push the bottom part back, it'll make this a weird pointy angle that I don't want to deal with. So I'm just going to pull this part out more. And it's only going to be like in scale, like an inch. So it's not going to make much difference. And that's not what I wanted it to snap to. There. There. Perfect. So... you out a bit. You out a little bit. Rotate. Zoom. Well, this is gonna give me a weird little triangle, ain't it? This just doesn't want to zoom at all. Come on. There's a weird line there. I'm gonna zoom in and see what's up with this. Okay, that's a weird little line. Wonder what happens if I erase it. Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, I just saw it. Okay, let's see. Now, nope, still doesn't want to budge. This is a weird angle to be doing. Maybe this one will push under. Nope, that just disappears. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just draw this out instead. Because it doesn't want to budge these lines at all. I wonder if I go from the inside if this will help. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to be working from the inside out. Let's see if working from the inside of the cabinet does anything. Oh, that's weird. There's two lines right next to each other. That's so weird. Okay. That's really weird that they're on different planes completely. That's so weird. Oh, I'm out of the cabinet. Time to go back in the cabinet. Come on. Get inside the cabinet. Get inside. Envelop me in the cabinet. What corner am I looking at? I'm so lost. Oh, I'm outside the cabinet again. Oh, I went too far in. Okay. See, like it just disappears. And I don't know how... Oh, because it clipped to a completely different line. That's so weird. Oh my gosh, I'm going so far. Oh, I'm out of the cabinet again. Okay. So I'm working from the inside. That's so weird. Why is this like this? Okay, now I'm gonna flip around and look from the outside again. Come on. It's fighting me because I just flipped outside again. Okay. I went too far. Yeah, see, they don't match up. That's so weird. Gotta drag in. Okay. So if I hit undo a bunch of times... Wait, I don't want to hit undo too much, so I gotta turn to look at... Oh, I'm getting too close to the cabinet. Okay, I just want this to go back, so I'm gonna hit undo. There. And now I can fix these lines in the corner. Actually, I want to get rid of this one too, because it stuck to the wrong line. Yeah, so that's where I want it to stop. And then I can delete this. There we go. Now I fixed it. I fixed everything. I'm a genius. And now I gotta zoom out so I know what the heck I'm doing. Not rotate, zoom out. There we go. There we go. Everything's fixed now. The kitchen cabinets are perfect. I'm a genius. Look at that. I'm perfect. No! How did this happen? How did this happen again? No! See how it just goes through? What is wrong? Is this not a perfect... What is wrong with this? What is going on? Should I go inside the cabinet again to see what the heck is up? Oh, there is something on the floor. You're so eagle-eyed. You're a genius. You're a genius. Okay, I gotta zoom in. This is so weird. Okay. There. Now what did that do? What did that delete? I gotta see what damage I did. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Yeah, this is like some Zen master practice or stuff. I'm pretty sure Yoda made Luke do this. No, why are you doing this again? I think I needed to delete the other line. Okay. I need to zoom back in and delete the one that's making it white. Okay. Come on. So it looks like the right way. No, that doesn't work. I have to delete this double line. And I just deleted both of them. So, delete there. Okay. Because, like, it doesn't work otherwise. Maybe if I'm start from the other end, it'll be better. So I'll go the other way around and maybe that'll fix it. First I'm gonna save because I just did so much work to delete those 2 lines. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and flip around to outside of the room area. Oh, and I haven't drawn that line first, so let's flip through the wall. And I think we're clipping above. I don't know anymore. I need to zoom out. I don't know where I am. Okay. Oh, wow. What angle am I viewing things from? I can't even tell right now. Okay. Okay, now I know where I am. Zoom out. Rotate. Rotate again. Okay. Now I rotate through everything again. And if I do it fast enough, I don't get lost. And wow, this is so big I have to zoom out and do it at a different angle. There we go. Perfect. Now I zoom around here. Yeah, I find this therapeutic in the same way I find just like regular drawing in perspective to be therapeutic. Just like having a framework and that any problem I have can be solved by like seeing why it isn't like actually following the rules of perspective. Yeah. Yeah, he does always watch. I've kind of gotten used to it. Hey dude, I've been trying to fix this kitchen cabinet for like 20 minutes and I'm zooming into an armchair now. Come on, I'm zooming again. Yeah, like I said before, no, don't leave the site! Oh, that was a way to give me a panic attack. Like, no, I don't want to delete everything. Oh. There we go. Now I need to rotate again. There. But yeah, most of building stuff in SketchUp is just rotating it to make sure you're seeing things from the right angle. And being just zoomed in enough that you can get the details you need. But not perfect! Ah, okay. That was weird. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna change my microphone again. Or, not my microphone, my headset. I don't know, that's weird. Apparently, so like with my last streaming, there was the issue of my headphones had a microphone in it that I didn't know how to work. And it like messed up, but now, like I was using those same headphones again and I didn't even realize because I was like using, like they were just fine. Like it was registering that I was using my microphone. And I don't know what was up with that. Okay, time to go back to, now I can raise the music for me again a little bit. Except it's not. It's not raising anymore. Okay, cool. Well, that's set. Oh, it does? That's good to know. I can't use those microphone or headphones for streaming anymore, I guess. I just gotta remember. I should put like a little piece of tape on them that says don't use for streaming. Or just something. Because I totally forgot about those. And time to clip through the table. But I just want to get to the other side of the cabinet. Shift. I always forget the shift thing. There we go. I should like look up what all the keyboard shortcuts are for all the tools, so that it's like I get to the point where it's super easy to do all of this. But oh well, I only ever use it like once a month, so it's not a huge deal. Perfect. And now for the fun part of clipping through and clip. And now I can zoom out a little bit and push everything to where I need it to be. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and pull out the upper cabinets and push in the lower ones. Oh, and now I have the same problem I had with the top. I wonder if it'll pull out though. This would, will. Okay. Well, that's fun to know. I should pull out this side first. That's so weird why it doesn't want to... Huh. Now it's deleted that. Okay. Cool. Cool beans. So I'll zoom in again. There are always little mistakes that I make. I can never seem to catch them all. Oh well. Push this back. And that does not want to go back at all. It wants to go out. Probably. There's like 4 bajillion of them. And you know what? I'm just going to delete that one. That's just going to be a little... It's just going to be deleted. That's just what happens. I'm not sure I'm going to use anything that'll show like the... Oh, that's so weird. There must be another tiny little double line. I'm not going to worry about it though, because that's so much work. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and draw out this cabinet. Just make it come out the right length. And I'll just draw this line between them. And I'll delete these little lines, but first I gotta zoom. Great, they're not even the right angle though. There, that's the right size. Oh. See, that's the kind of thing that happens, like where they won't line up, so I'm forced to draw it in, and then it freaks out, because double lines! Oh my goodness, that was so much work. Okay. And I just won't worry about that one right there. That's so much extra work that it's like that's almost certainly not gonna show up on anything. And I'm gonna just wall up that corner. It'll be a rounded corner anyway, so I might as well do that. And I can just erase that. There. It's all fixed now. Which is why I end up with those things in the first place. And oh, dang it, I didn't draw in where the stove goes beforehand, did I? I didn't. So I'm gonna zoom out. I should draw in where the stove will go. I think it's gonna be like here. Yeah, the stove will go here. The sink will go here, roughly. I'm actually gonna draw it on the bottom part. No, I don't want to clip it to the chair. Ah. There we go. Okay, so I want the stove to go there. I'll just rough it in because it doesn't have to be perfect. Probably, just because this is an older style house, I'll at least like mark where it goes. But since those are like pretty rectangular, it'll be fine. So, stove will want to come out some. Yeah, that's enough for a stove. Now I just need to mark it on here. And then mark it going back. I'm gonna raise it a little bit up this way. So it's a little bit taller than everything. Perfect, that's what I want. And I'm gonna go ahead and erase these little lines. Nope, not that. Not that whole corner, not that whole corner. Okay. Just so I don't confuse myself later and be like, what are those lines? Nope. There. Save. Now that I'm doing the detail work, I have to save regularly because I don't want it to not save these little lines because it'll take so much to put them back in. Okay, so this will be the line for... Wait, I should not draw it until I get the whole fridge in perspective. Okay. Perfect. And I'm not going to bother drawing under the fridge and scooting that back because I'm not sure I'll ever need to draw that in the comic. And if I do, I can just come in the model and do that, you know? I think that clipped. I don't know, I can't tell. I'm inside the staircase again. Okay, go through. Ah, I'm in heaven. Okay. Yes, it went all the way down. Okay. I'm gonna rotate this way so I don't clip through the staircase again. Zoom back out enough so that I can put the freezer here. Because it's, you know, one of those old-timey freezers. Oh, now I gotta put the gap below it. I'm gonna redraw that line. Yeah, that's not gonna be much of a thickness difference. There. Perfect. Got the fridge drawn. Wait, no. Come on. No, not that line. It being thick means it didn't connect. There we go. And I don't know, I'm not going to bother drawing it on this side because I'm never going to be at that angle where it's going to see anything, you know? I'm going to just... Nope, not that low. Yeah, that might be right, honestly. And I'll just scoot this side over because that is something that matters. There. And now I can just, I'll put in a line for where the handle will be. No, I should at least, it takes like 2 seconds to make a little rectangle for the handle. There we go. The fridge is done, and I'm going to save this because I don't want to mess it up. And like it only took like not even 10 minutes of work, and already that fridge looks pretty darn good if you ask me. And I'm back in the I'm in the staircase. Nope, I was out of the staircase. Where am I? Okay. Whew. Keep having like terrible like this is awful. Okay, here we go. Oh, I should draw the top cabinets too. So this is where it gets kind of tricky. No, it won't. Yeah, okay. Hold on. This is... Woof. Okay. I'm trying to get a rectangle that would be like the backsplash of the kitchen. No. It really wants to be that. Now it wants to be like way far away. Okay. Come on, I want it to be... Whoa, I don't know why it was all weird when I did shift. That was weird. Maybe I'm at the wrong angle. Maybe this way. No, I'll just have to draw the line. Nope, it's trying to go out into the distance. Yeah, see, that's so stupid. Come on. Oh, if I draw the line straight up from the corner. Nope, come on, be green. Nope. Okay, let's look at the axis again. Okay, blue is straight up. So come on, be blue. Go straight up. There we go. There we go. Yes. So now that I have that one tile, I can go in and stretch it over the right area. It just took a lot. Hey Bob, how you doing? Okay. Good grief, that took forever to do. Okay. I can just slide it all the way over here to make my job nice and easy. Kitchen cabinets can go up pretty high if I go right, so I'm gonna raise this up higher. Not that high. This high. Right, I could have just drawn a line, but whatever. Well, but the good thing is now that I have this side, doing this other side will be pretty easy. Because now it'll latch onto this corner. And yeah, it was like, oh, no problem. I see what you're doing. Instead of before, it was like, what? You want me to go out to the side? There we go. This is so much easier. Thank goodness. And now the fun part of making them be actual physical cabinets. But I should rotate so I can see how thick they are. Because cabinets aren't that thick, because you don't want them to give you no space. I feel like that's the right thickness. I'm gonna bring this out just a little bit more. Oh, and this is where it needs that stove hood. Yep, that's what I'm making right now. I'm working on the kitchen, which is like the hardest part. I got through like the staircase and the desk and chairs in like half an hour, and I've spent, it feels like ages. It feels like eternity that I've spent on this kitchen. No, you don't want your cabinets to be too thick. No, not what I meant to save. You don't want your cabinets to be too thick, because then you can't get to the counters, and then that's useless. Actually, I should check how low the counters are. I need to bring Bob over there. Oh yeah, look at how freaking low the bottom is. That's too much. Hey Bob, get over there. He doesn't want to go back in space. He just wants to come closer. I need to move the angle so he'll go back in space. I'm gonna grab his head. No, don't go through the floor. There, perfect. Actually, that looks... Yeah, I just need to raise him up a little bit. So I gotta get underneath. And... I want them to be like her shoulder height. Oh, I could just go behind and do that. Yeah, he's just... Yeah, we were talking about how I sound like a ghost. Bob's more like the poltergeist in the kitchen. But he's necessary. I need him so that I can tell how high I want everything to be. Perfect. That's close enough. Yeah, that works. Yeah, because now he has enough space for like a microwave. Oh, I should put him where the microwave will be. It'll probably just be like my stupid old apartment where we just have the microwave out on the counter. So, okay. Oh, and I need to give him a corner cabinet. So, rotate, grab. Like newer houses have the microwave will be like up above the stove or above the sink or something. Yeah, well, this is supposed to be a lake house that was built like back in the late 70s, and I'm not sure if that's where they would have put a microwave back then. And I'm thinking her grandparents, who were the ones who built the house, would be like rich enough to put in a detail like that when it wouldn't be like necessary, you know? When like instead of that they could work on like putting in cooler beds in the guest bedroom or, you know, stuff like that. So I'm thinking they probably wouldn't. Actually, I'm not gonna do that corner cabinet. I'm gonna leave it like that, because if I make it big enough to actually warrant putting like an actual cabinet door on it, it would cover a lot. No, I'll just make it bigger. That'll be fine. Yeah, yeah. They might have a toaster oven instead of a microwave even. Why won't you go all the way up? Stupid line. Yeah, that works. Why didn't you close? Ah! That was weird. I don't like it. There we go. There we go. That's good. Yeah, so they probably wouldn't have had a microwave even in their kitchen until like they became popular household items. So I'm thinking I'll just put it in a little box of where the microwave is now in their kitchen. In fact, they probably would put it in that corner because that's where ours is. We have one of those like odd shaped angled corners, and that's where we put ours. Our microwave is like right there in our apartment. In my parents' house though, it's like, you know, actually above the oven because our house is newer. Oh yeah, yeah. They definitely don't have the same microwave as the one they had in the 80s. You can buy a microwave now for like less than $50 and it's decent. So I'm pretty sure they just would have like tossed out the old one and got a new one that actually worked. Oh, I should fill up my water bottle soon. I should have done that before the stream started, but I didn't think about that. Okay, cabinet time. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Although, nope, I should have marked out where the hood would go first. I need to angle it so I can get a better view of above the stove and just draw. Oh, I need to draw the top of the stove too. The little starting to clip through the walls again. Like where you can control the temperature. Oh, yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be like modern day, but the house is pretty old. So, yeah, that's a good size for the stinking top of the oven. Those things are always freaking huge. I'm gonna add knobs. I'm gonna put the knobs here. The cool thing is that you can like copy and paste the shapes, but it wants it to be, that's weird. Put it here, paste. No, go where I want you to. Why do you want to be so weird? Yeah, it wants to go below that. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm gonna draw, instead, I'm gonna just draw a little rectangle, and I can draw the circles myself, because that'll be faster than me trying to fiddle with this. So this will be where this side of knobs go, and this will be where this side of knobs go. No, I should just draw all the way across and delete sections. No, this is the... Yeah. Yeah. This is the wheel. This is Taz music, dude. Okay. This side. And this side. And I can just delete this middle. Because that way, these two end rectangles are on the same level. Erase. And then I can just draw in the circles there. Oh, I need to do in the oven door. Okay, I should work more on the oven and then get to the cabinets. Oh yes, I love the Amnesty soundtrack. I love the Amnesty theme. So good. I love it. I think I have it in this playlist actually. But I have like 900 songs in this playlist, so it might not like ever get to it, you know. I'm trying to get underneath so I can come on, get through the floor, through the floor, through the floor. There we go. So that I can bring it all the way down to the floor. You know, it'll be actually easier if... Oh no, I don't even like country, but I love the like folksy sound to it. So good. That looks a little weird. What did it do? I'm like so close that it's warping perspective a little bit. I need to move back out. Okay, I'm just gonna... Yeah, there we go. Ah. Oh. Okay. That's close enough that it works. And then if I delete this line, yeah, that's fine. And instead I'll draw the line here. Oh yeah. Like things with, like I love Clint and I love Travis, but I just don't think they're as good at DMs as Griffin is. I don't. He's just better at it. Come on, snap. No. I'm gonna turn it a little bit. zoom a little bit back out. Okay. Yeah, 90% of doing stuff in SketchUp is making sure you're at the right angle to do it in. Because it just won't do what you want if you aren't. Yes. I mean, it really isn't anything against them. It's just that, like, he did the balance arc so well that, like, it's just, like, in his bones now, it seems. You know? Whereas for the other ones, like, they didn't have the experience. So maybe, like, if they had picked the dust arc, for example, to continue on into a full arc, maybe it would have been a bit different. Wow, this door is, like, really thick. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna undo all those lines I just did. And I'm gonna keep it like that. And then I'll just draw in the proper thickness when I draw it. And I'm just gonna put in the handle really quick and call it the handle in the window, and I'll call it quits on the oven. Oh, I want to re-listen to the whole balance, like the whole balance arc again. At some point, I need to do that. Oh, you know what I should do? I should go in here. It's just, like, I think I should listen to, like, keep listening to Amnesty, and then once Amnesty is done, go back and listen to the balance arc. Because I feel like I've gotten enough Amnesty or enough balance with all of the, because all of the, like, live shows that they do are balance stuff. Yes, they totally, like, stumbled onto making a show that's, like, actually emotionally, like, relevant without even meaning to. And I'm just like, how? Okay, almost done with the stove. I just need to put in a quick reference of where the ranges are. And I think they'd probably upgrade the house a little bit and put in... I think I'm going to make it be a flat top stove just because it's easier to draw and it's actually cheaper to put in a flat top than... what's it called? Than an actual range stove. I'm putting in this grid so that I know where to place the circles. Come on. It's not going to have 16 ranges. Oh. I totally didn't even think about how that would, like, feel. Oh. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Nope, not that big. See, this is when it feels really cool to use SketchUp. Just look at these gosh dang beautiful circles I'm drawing right now. And it's taking me like 2 seconds, and it's automatically figuring out exactly where I want them to be. Look at that. That's so gorgeous. Now I'm going to erase all these straight lines that I don't need. Look at that perfect range. I'm a genius. Look at that. Ooh, okay. Now I just gotta draw in the rectangles for the stove top commands. That'll just be a little. No, I'm gonna shorten the top of this to be there. That's as tall. It doesn't need to be much taller than that. And then a quick little rectangle of oven controls. I should put that in the middle, actually. Just like roughly in the middle. And then in the middle of that, that'll be where the little clock is. Okay, cool. It's done with the stove and the oven, and I can save that and look at my beautiful oven and stove. It's so pretty. Look at that. I'm an artisan. Okay, now I gotta do the sink, which should be a lot easier because that's just a big old hole in the cabinets. I'm gonna put it right here. Or should I make it in the corner? No, the corner will be where the microwave is. I'll put the sink here. And that will be here. Actually, you don't have to mark it out there. I can mark it out just with the rectangle here. Yeah, I think that's good. Or should I put it at the end even? Should I put it on this end, right behind where Bob is? Yeah, it would just be weird, I feel like, to have a sink that big. That'd be such a huge sink, you know? Should I put the sink like right there? I don't think I should. No, that would look even more off balance. Now, if like there was a dishwasher, I should put it there. But again, I think their house is old enough that it's not going to have a dishwasher. My apartment doesn't have a dishwasher. Why should their house? Actually, my apartment does have a dishwasher, but it's broken, and our stupid manager won't fix it. Anyway. Their sink should be... Yeah, that sounds right to me. Okay, now rotate. Should at least be a double-sided sink. I'll move it a little closer to that side. Oh no, I like dishwashers, but at the same time I'm like, one, that's a whole nother thing to render in when, like, I've already spent 2 hours on this stream. And two, like, I really feel like as this house is so old, it doesn't, like, need to be, like, it feels like it would be weird there, you know? This is where it'll get fun. I have to zoom in enough so that I can not clip through the wall. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it because I've been working on something actually fun. But yeah, it has been 2 hours, and I don't want to make the stream too long so that it'll actually show up. I need to. Okay, that looks off, so I'm gonna just... Oh, I know what I'll do. No, that closed it up. Why did it close up? That's funny. I'm gonna do it from here to here then. See what that does. Yes, that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to close the whole sink. That's weird. I don't know why it changed color like that. No, I don't want it to do that. I want it to go up. Not that far up. Actually, that's the perfect height for it to be, so that's fine. Actually needs to be lower. Go down. Perfect. No, whoa! What did you do? Okay. Bring this side out a little. Just a smidge. Then bring this side out just a smidge. And then delete this line. The other line will like never be seen, so that's fine if it's there. And then, oh, I need to put the part for this sink in. Perfect. Come on, show me where it needs to stop. Here? Cool. Oh, that's close enough, I think. I think it's good. Okay. And I'll just raise this circle. It'll go down into infinity. Not what I wanted to do. That went so big. Why did it go so big? Need to zoom in, I think. Get a good view of my sink, guys. It's so good. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Sink. Oh, I should have done a little rectangle, huh? That's the only thing about sinks is that they're kind of weird. So I need to actually do it as a rectangle so that when I draw it, I can have a better frame of reference for how big it'll be, you know? Because I need it to curve over and bring it up about that high. This up, that up, bring that up. That'll be more like a better knob. I really have to stop myself from putting too much detail into this, because this is either going to be just traced over as art, or I'm going to like completely only use it as a reference for something I'm actually going to draw. So I really just got to put in just enough detail to make it that I can draw it properly, you know? And I'm not going to bother putting in the little down spout part, because that's a lot of turning to do, and I'll just put in marks where the drains go. Oh, it does! I need to figure out how to learn to do that then. I'm going to put in a little circle for the drain. But first I should mark where the center is. Okay, so that's where this center is. I'm gonna make a line go continue. There we go. That's enough information for me to make a nice little drain. Okay, so I'll make the radius. Needs to be big enough to eat junk. Ooh, if I make the line go from here to there, then I can stop this circle. Look at that. Perfect. Now I just delete the guidelines. Actually, I'll leave those middle ones in so that I can continue to use them for the little inner circle. Yeah, ooh, now that I know about it, I should use it more, huh? Wonder if I could make, nope, cannot push, cool, can't do that. That works though. I can use that as reference to be like, okay, I want to draw it in, like, I want to draw it like that, curved, or curved like that, I guess is more what I would want. Okay. That's good enough for the reference. I don't know why it's saved already, but that's good. I think it automatically saves at some points, so that's good to remember. I'm gonna draw a quick rectangle of where the metal edge of the sink would stop. And I think it would be actually, I don't want it to do that actually, I'll just draw lines. I think our sink goes out almost all the way to the edge. And that's another good thing, I guess, about spending so much time doing dishes at home, is that I get to stare at the sink and know exactly how wide a sink rim should be, because I have to clean it up all the dang time. Everyone else in our apartment does too. I shouldn't just say me. But, I mean, it's when I'm the one cleaning the dishes that I look at the sink, so. Okay, I'm gonna move this line just a little. Nope, I'm not gonna bother. That's so small of a difference. I can't get nitpicky about this. I have to finish everything else. But you gotta admit, my sink looks really good. I'm gonna zoom out so I don't focus too much on the details like that. That's stuff that I can be adding later. Now I'm gonna save. Oh, and this I can use to measure. I never even thought of that tool. It's just goes to show I'm not an expert when it comes to doing things in SketchUp, but I definitely know how to do what I need to do with it, you know? I know enough to get me through making this comic. And the time that I'm spending, I've spent probably 4 hours in total making this room. The time that I spent making it is way less than it would take me if I were every time I had to draw out a room in my comic, I can just take a screenshot of the angle that I need and draw over it. So it'll save me so much time in the future spending these it'll probably be 5 hours in total. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna like stop learning, but I gotta be like, okay, I'm gonna learn about how to do this later, and I'm not gonna focus on it right now. And I'm gonna go ahead and make these like those cool like I'm just gonna do rough lines right now. I'm not gonna bother with the like hinges or anything. That line looks weird. Time to rotate. There we go. Because that's all things that I can just kind of draw in the future. I'll know, okay, I need a little bit of space in between them. Maybe I should go in just so I don't draw them weird. I don't know. Depends on how much space is left. Ah. Yeah, that looks fine, right? There's nothing weird. Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Maybe I should make them bigger. I'll undo. I can make the cabinet doors more narrow. Ah, I know what I should do. Ah, dang it, I forgot the stove hood again. Okay. Okay, stove hood is going to be like that big. And that's roughly it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it out. Whoa, that went out really far, didn't it? In a little bit. That'll be the end of it. And then that'll go there. Yeah, okay, so I'll just delete this. There we go. And I'll bring this part out a little bit. Okay, and there's like a little disconnect there. Actually, I should recess it some, because it'll be a little bit behind the cabinet. Whoa, I don't know why that picked the door. There. That'll be fine. That'll be enough for me to draw it correctly. Yeah, stove hood. Should I do the recess under it? Nah. I don't think I'm gonna do a shot like that, so it'll be fine. Yeah, so I'll do a really narrow half-size one here. No, don't click to that. Do that big. Yeah. on. Okay. Whoa. I just wanted to nudge it, not bring it down. That's close enough. Yeah, I should keep the older style, what's it called? Cabinets. Why will it not go down all the way? That's so weird. There we go. I gotta zoom in a little. It's easier to first get them all roughly the same size and raise them later than it is to raise it as a rectangle and get them all back down. Although they might take roughly the same amount of time actually. I don't know why it wouldn't go all the way down. That's so annoying. Now I can go in and delete these. Yeah, if I cared a lot about making the measurements the same, I would definitely be paying attention to this little measurements bar. But I don't, so, because I'll be, again, tracing over all of these. So it's going to be basically useless. And I'm not even going to put in a bar for where the cabinet handles will go, because I can just do that when I'm drawing and it'll look fine. But I do need to at least mark where they're placed and raise them all a bunch. Oh, if I select all of them at the same time, so I'll select this, this, and this, and this, and this, and raise them all. Ah! It won't let me raise them all at the same time, will it? Let me try again. Nope. Well, I just need to raise them a little bit, so it's fine. Yes, it looks so professional. Not really, but I clipped through the stuff again. I don't know where I am. Okay, there. I know where I am now. Golly, just really wants me to clip through everything, doesn't it? Just bananas.
Okay, I have some you can use. I'm not gonna eat them all.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
So yeah, help yourself because I would rather them get eaten than go bad.
Yeah.
They're like getting brown spots, but I just have them. They're super good.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, I think the end is too low. Or too high for me. Gotta check. Oh yeah, look at that corner. That's way too high. Yeah. Yeah, I love Lazy Susans. In one of the houses we used to live in, we had one of those corner cabinets like that, and we put a Lazy Susan in there. It was the best. And we had a giant one for in the bottom part. That was fun too. What line do I need? Okay. Oh yeah, you can see they're all slightly different door widths. But that's fine. They don't need to be perfect. Come on. There we go. The cabinets look a little wonky, but that's fine. Did I go again? What happened? Okay, save. Oh my gosh, I'm so close to being done. I just need to do bottom cabinets. I should put in where the microwave goes. Actually, there's a couple details that I need to put in here. Like how big. There we go. Yes, I think that works. I don't know, it looks a little wonky. Let's see if I can try to draw just a regular rectangle with it being pink. There we go. And then I can just detach it. Yeah, that was way faster. And I raise it up to be proper microwave height and width. first. Whoa, what are you doing? It doesn't want to make this wider, so I guess the microwave is staying out. You know what? I'm gonna redo this again. There. Looks like it's not big enough. I'm gonna lower it because it's not the right dimensions. There we go. That works for a microwave, just barely big enough to put a plate in. I'm gonna draw that top line for the door. It does not want to draw a line across. Actually, it doesn't need that. It needs to be... It does need that because it won't clip. There. Now it looks like my microwave. Come on. Clip how I want you to. Wow, it does not like this. There. If I do this, this will be better. Whoa, it wants to be a portal to another dimension, I guess. Come on. Guides for the buttons. Now, probably when I do draw the buttons on, whoa, that's weird. I'll just pull up an actual reference of microwave buttons, but for now I feel like this is fine. But look at that perfect microwave I made. It's so beautiful. Okay, now that works for kitchen appliances. I'm sure they haven't even finished unpacking like all their kitchen stuff yet. But I won't draw the boxes in right now. I'll draw them in later. Yeah. Because the first scene that I'm going to be using this in is right after her dad has called her down for lunch. And he's going to be just done unpacking. Yes, I know, I got too into it. But, oh well, too late. It's there to remind me I need to put buttons on it. Yeah, and as we all know, the more functions a microwave has, the crappier it is in general. So they just have a really crappy microwave. It's probably the one her grandparents bought, and they just haven't been able to throw it out yet. Actually, I want to make these bottom ones wider. Actually, for like measurement purposes. Yeah, that's funny. That would be quite good. Okay, well, that whole transfer of size is useless when there's a distance between them like this. I'm gonna just go ahead and split this end basically in half. Oh my gosh, why won't the lines go all the way down to the middle? Or the end, you know what I mean. There we go. Oh, and there need to be drawers. Ah! So that's what this will be. This will be drawers. Good grief. Oh my goodness! Keep snapping to the wrong thing. It's definitely trying to be a song by Avril Lavigne. It's one of those, you know, royalty-free songs so that I can play it while I'm streaming and I can still potentially make money off of this video later. No, I didn't mean to delete the whole thing. But it's, because of that, it means it's like crappy knockoff indie rock instead of anything like of super good quality. It's not great, but it's listenable. So like every time I try to make a video, I have to go through like hours of royalty-free music to find one that fits and that I'm like, I can stand listening to it while I'm editing this video, you know? So it takes actually a lot to become even considered. I'm gonna put more drawers over here. Actually, I'm gonna lower these. Okay. Because I can copy these and just transfer them over, copy, paste, to over here. And voila. Now I can just erase them all. I wish I could erase them all. Like, I wish I could just select them all and raise them all to the same height, but I guess this is where me paying attention to the thing goes. I think that works. And they'll be like half inside the drawer anyway, so that'll be fine. They just need to be thick enough for me to see that they have thickness when I'm drawing them and remind me, oh yeah, these need to have thickness. And they're not just 2D lines, you know? And I'm almost done with the kitchen cabinets. And when I'm drawing, I can just make sure the lines are pretty close. That'll be fine. Oh, and I gotta move Bob out of the way. Bob, get over here. Don't clip through the floor, Bob. I need you, man. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Oh, it selected that. That's why. Oh, you know what I should have done? Because I know where the center is, but I still want to know. Nope, that doesn't work. just do this. Nope, that makes it weird. I'm gonna put more drawers on this side. I probably should have just copied them, but they might not work for this space. And I still don't know why on this angle it wants it to clip. I think it's not quite parallel with the green line, so that'll be fun. It's like just barely not parallel with it, I think. Because when it's green, it goes like that. So that's cool. I don't want it to be that big. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay, I'm done with the kitchen cabinet, so I gotta save that. Okay, and then... Okay, I think all I have left to do is put... zoom out. Zoom out. Put some details on the bookshelf that's like way over here. And probably some stuff on the doors. But that's not super necessary. Like you can see my basic block here and then the oven in the background. That's funny. I want it to be more like this. Perfect. Not really perfect, but close enough. And the cool thing about these shelves is that they don't have to be perfectly the same. I'm going to have them roughly the same. Oh, look at that. They look really close to the same size, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish this bookshelf and call it quits because it's been almost 3 hours. And I have not stretched in that time. It keeps wanting to snap to the wrong corner. Good grief. Snap to the right corner. I'm going to lose my mind. There we go. Okay, now for the fun part, pushing all of these back. Behold, the bookshelf has appeared. This can go back farther, actually. If I really need to check it for whatever reason, I could just draw the line straight down. But yeah, there's my bookshelf. I'm gonna draw, I think this will be like a drawer, and then some cabinets. Come on. No. When I do it like that, it looks like a Pajama Sam animation. There. That works. It'll be a little... takes... There we go. There, perfect. That'll be the end of that. I'm gonna zoom out. Nope, zoom out. And okay, I'm gonna go to the site that I need it to be. So I'm gonna take some screenshots now once I save this. Of some shots that I need for the comic. Oh, I need Bob for this. Where'd you go, Bob? Okay. Put Bob where he needs to be, so I can use him as a proper reference. Those are some super high steps, holy moly. I didn't reference Bob's size when I made those steps, now that I'm looking at them. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. Look how high. Oh, and he's even floating off the ground. Oh, that's some super cardio. Like, look how high that step is. I'm gonna have to lower these a lot. Oh, good grief. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's more, even for like a high step in an old house, that was really something. I'm gonna put it there. That's so funny. I'm gonna have to even them out a little bit. There we go. And then I can just raise this part to look more like the stairs would actually be. There, so if in case I manage to catch like an angle like that, I'll see the correct stair. Okay, that'll be fine. Ooh, I'm glad I brought Bob over. Oh, that's so funny. Okay. Yeah, that works. And Command Shift 4. Okay. So this is the screenshot I'll use. Cool. And now I need a screenshot of, come on, pick the correct, oh, it's because my laptop thought my shift key was held down. No. That. Okay. Ugh. This is the worst. Okay. Gah. How do you like being this close to Bob? Ah! I'm in the wall again. Come on, get me out of the wall. Get me. There. Yeah. Oh, and I need to move Bob over again because he's going to be, again, the stand-in for... Okay. Bob. Select Bob. Move Bob to roughly where her dad will be. Select something else. These chairs look a little bit high. I'm gonna let it stay like that though. I don't know. It can just have a really high table and chairs. And wow, it's really hard to get a view of this angle without whacking the... Okay. I'm gonna just get the whole kitchen. There we go. So it catches everything that I need it to, just in case. Yeah, I made those chairs and table a little bit big. But it's been a 3-hour stream, so I think I'm gonna just call it there. I have the screenshots that I need for this page, I think. I keep getting inside the wall. I will need a picture of... Yeah, I want the kitchen actually in the background. There. There. That's more than enough reference for the next couple pages. And from there, I'll be able to do basically everything I need to. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this tab and go back to this frozen page. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. It's been 3 hours. Thank you guys for spending 3 hours with me. I don't know if I need to say anything else. This is mostly just a thank you to my Patreon supporters, and if like there was an easier way to do it so that only my Patreon supporters would see it, that would be something, but I don't know. They get to see a lot of cool stuff that you guys on YouTube don't really see, or at least like my explanations of things. So check out the links in my descriptions. I don't know why it says I stopped streaming 9 minutes ago when I haven't stopped streaming. That's weird. Anyway, there's a lot of links in my video descriptions. Click one. Thank you guys for coming to watch me just dink around in SketchUp. Thanks for helping me see all those little mistakes. I'll try to have another speed dump video probably by the end of this week or the beginning of next one. I'm trying to free up all of my space on my hard drive that I can by getting rid of my old video files. So I probably won't have a proper speed paint up for a little bit. I'll probably just have a speed dump. But it'll still be something. It just won't be a complete start to finish video. It'll be multiple different drawings that I either haven't finished the drawing or haven't finished the video for it. Like I forgot to record a piece of it or something. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, time for me to end the stream. I should have comedically ended it when the first 3 bars of this song started. I'm not that funny though. But thank you guys for coming to watch, and I'm gonna stop streaming then.